Hi, my name is Catherine and I have a lot to say about camping. Today I'm going to show you some tips on how to soup up your cooler. So over the last few years I've noticed some coolers coming onto the market and being sold in camping stores that are really expensive. They cost, $200, $300, $400, and so I had to go and check them out and see what that was all about. When I went to see them, the big difference was that there was a lot of extra insulation on the walls and the roof, the lid and the floor of the cooler. So that was the big difference, and I thought, hey, I would like to have a cooler that makes the ice last a lot longer and keeps my food fresher. So what could I do to get that benefit of extra insulation without paying all that money? So I went home and I decided that I would get some rigid insulation and cut it out so that it could soup up the walls of my existing cooler. So I cut out pieces to make a box out of the rigid insulation. I did glue it together with construction adhesive, and I also attached them together with duct tape. And that just slides into the cooler. But the real benefit that I found that I wasn't expecting, and even those expensive coolers don't have, is on the bottom. I cut out a piece to fit the bottom of my cooler, but I poked holes into it. So you can see here that I made holes so that there's some drainage in my cooler. And at the bottom of the cooler, I used some extra pieces of the rigid insulation so that I lift that floor up off the bottom of my cooler, and then when my ice is melting, the water from the ice goes through those holes into the bottom of the cooler, and it can drain right out the cooler. So the benefit of that is that my food stays dry, which is something that is a real benefit in any season. And at the same time, I'm getting extra insulation all around so that my ice lasts longer, my food stays fresher, and it's just a really great tip. So that's all I have to say about that.